What's going on, everybody? It's your boy the Great Baboon here, bringing you a PvP commentary on Destiny. Now, Destiny PvP is complete and utter bullshit. You guessed it. Now, between just the fact that Destiny is nerfed all guns besides hand cannons is bullshit, the fact that auto rifles are the easiest gun to use and the easiest for new fan bases or new players to use, and there are still people buying this game, might I add. Especially with the Taken Kings DLC coming out, I feel as though Destiny could use some work on this. Buffing auto rifles would severely increase game speed, which, as though it's a fast-paced game as it is, it wouldn't be necessarily a bad thing, because Serious Regime, they pretty much took that out of competition, because you can't even use that gun anymore in PvP. It's just dominated by Thorns, Last Words, and Hawkmoons. Now, getting to my first couple kills here, you'll see I should have probably died from this guy. He's using the last word, I'm guessing, just lighting up everybody. But I somehow snuck behind a rock. Now, that wasn't that bad of a kill cam. But later in the video, there'll be a few kills that just, like, should not have happened or had any respect in happening. Now, I do not say that I'm the best Destiny player. I actually think that I'm god-awful at it, but I just need to make a video at this point because I'm just tired of this bullshit. Now, like, if you watch that last clip, I probably didn't land a single shot on that man. Like, honestly, the dude who shotgunned him and slapped him in the face probably deserved that kill more than I did. I probably should have been laying on the ground. But I'm just going to walk you through this next little bit because, I mean, that was a good dodge by me, but that melee was just hella ridiculously far. That was like a shotgun blast and should not have happened. Like, I get that I'm a warlock and that happens, but come on, like, the consistency in this game is just god-awful. Like, at least with the Titans and, like, the Hunters, you have to be up close with them. But for the Warlock, like, you don't have any consistency in the range. Now, I feel like at this point, they should just give me the kill with all the bullshit that I've gotten for the past couple kills. Like, they should have just gave me that and just let the good times roll, you know what I'm saying? Now, I just hopped in this. This is just one round of PvP. This is just one round of Crucible. I hopped on this just to make a quick video and just prove my point that this is just an unresponsive load at this point. Now, if you're looking at buying Destiny, just watch this video and see if you like it. Because personally, I like my first-person shooters to be a little bit more snappy, a little bit more responsive. Now, I get that Bungie was having some issues with the development team like the year before this happened, but I feel like even with those issues, they should have been able to polish this game up and make it, you know, a little bit better. Now, comparing this to a game like Battlefield, for instance, which had its issues in the beginning, but did seem to fix it. They actually, with the spring patch, just increased the snappiness of the game, so it's not so much trading. I feel as though Bungie could do the same thing if they just actually tried, instead of just going for the money, it feels like, because with the Taken Kings coming out, if this is the gameplay that I'm going to have to expect from it, I'm not even going to purchase the game. I don't want anything to do with the Taken King at this point, because I hate the PvP for this. I would so rather play any other game. Now, the PvE for this game isn't bad. Like, honestly, it's not bad, but the fact that they nerfed half the guns just to suit PvP in this game really shows their priorities, and their priorities aren't even, like, being fulfilled for the fact that you're only allowed to use pretty much one gun class. I mean, they just buffed pulse rifles, what, 10% damage? Like, yeah, that does a little bit, but that's only, like, still only 2 new guns are being used instead of a whole class. I mean, the Messenger and the Red Death are the only thing that can halfway compete with the Thorn and Last Word in the PvP. And if you don't have Thorn and the Last Word, I feel bad for you, because that basically means that you're completely out of PvP. You have to farm the Vault of Glass or Crota just to try and get, like, a decent gun. Try and get bounties done. Just grind out the game for hours and hours and hours. And I do feel bad for the people that have done this. I myself, honestly, I feel lucky with the fact that I've gotten Thorn. I pretty much got everything within a week, so I'm happy on that note. But for the people who have grinded out this game and still are looking for Gallahorn, still are looking for Hawkmoon, still are trying to get that Thorn so they can actually compete competitively in PvP, Trials of Osiris, and the Iron Banner, like, just to have 3 major guns that are used for a whole aspect of the game ruins the PvP for me. Now, these next couple kills that are coming up are really where this video is going to prove its point, because just watch, like, the delay in this. How many shots did I put into this guy, and then all of a sudden his bar just drops? Or this guy right here. Yeah, I mean, I die. We traded. I resurrect, and then this guy. Should have died. Should have died. Should have at least moved his, like, shield bar a little bit. And the fact that I'm not moving either, but I can all of a sudden take damage, and now he's still not taking damage, or barely taking damage? Like, what's going on in this? Like, why, who enjoys this in PvP? This is not an enjoyable aspect of the game. Getting screwed over and having to try and focus on one enemy while two other enemies come through because you can't do damage and, like, wipe you out. Now, this is the issue that I'm trying to address. For me to want to purchase the Taken Kings, which should be DLC, but it's going to cost me $40, I'm kind of iffy about that already. But if this is what I have to expect from PvP in it, I don't want anything to do with it. Now, as a Destiny player, I can only hope that the Taken Kings will actually fix some of the problems. I hope that they're going to come out with a huge update, and I'm not going to have to worry about these problems anymore. It's been a year now. I'm hoping that, you know, Destiny will finally get their shit together. Or Bungie will finally get their shit together. Now, if they're just going to fill me with new levels and a bunch of pretty little items and some new shaders, that's not going to keep me in this game. Like, that Blade Dancer took a shotgun right to the face and just walked right through it. Now, there's, like, serious errors in this game, and it, like, the grinding in this game, I feel bad for most of the people, because, honestly, to me, the grinding feels, like, worthless. Like, you can grind forever, and there's still a chance that you'll never get that weapon that you're always looking for. Like, that's not going to keep me in the game. Now, if I want to grind, I'm going to play a game like Skyrim, Fallout, or, like, Skate 3 or something. I'd rather have something with a little meat on its bones where I feel like even though I'm grinding, it's carrying me through the game and I'm progressing a little bit. In Destiny, unless you're grinding for like the Last Word, the Thorn, or Galahorn, you're not really grinding for anything. Because, like, the only thing that really runs it in PvP is the Thorn, Last Word, Red Death just bumped up. Like, unless you're trying to get those weapons, you're not getting anything. And the Mac Daddy of them all, the Thorn, you have to get from an exotic bounty, and there's a chance that that might even drop. Like, I didn't get my first exotic bounty until like 6 months in this game, and I gave up on this game for a little bit. I got back into it. My buddy helped me get back into it, and I keep getting more and more pissed off at the fact that, like, there's nothing really new coming out of this. Bungie just copy and paste all of their damage models. There's 3 kinds of assault rifles, there's like 2 kinds of hand cannons, and that's pretty much it. Like, the Thorn's the only thing that's really exotic with the whole burn damage. Like, that's the only thing that really makes that a standout weapon and makes it so what people consider overpowered. And what a lot of people don't realize is that if you take the lingering damage off the Thorn, it turns into your run-of-the-mill hand cannon. Since the House of Wolves came out and we were able to re-roll our stats on weapons, you can take an awful roll that you get from something in the Crucible and make that gun exactly how you want it to be. Sure, it costs a few motes of light, but that was a good way of balancing the game out. Now, I'm going to wrap this up and say that I don't hate Destiny. I don't think it's an awful game. I wouldn't have put so many hours into Destiny if I thought it was an awful game. I wouldn't be playing with my friends, grinding out for Galahorn and the Thorn if I thought it was an awful game. I hate the PvP in it, but playing it with your buddies is a good time. Now, I hope Bungie can take this as a stepping stone for Destiny 2 and the Taken Kings and really move on. And if you like this video, leave a comment about it in the section below. Drop a like for it. This is the Great Baboon. Peace.